Today was a good day for the vendors of the Yallahs market. The Minister of Local Government, Desmond McKenzie, came out to open the market. He just arrived talking to councillors and MPs, and then various part the police are out. So once again, the Yallahs market is now
here in St. Thomas.
open.
I am Kevin McIndo, Chief Executive Officer of the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation, and it is my honor to serve as your Master of Ceremonies. Today is more than a ceremony. Today is a celebration. This market has been closed for years, and its reopening represents renewal, opportunity, and progress for the people of Yallahs and for the parish of St. Thomas. Let me acknowledge our distinguished guests and stakeholders. Honorable Desmond McKenzie, Minister of Local Government and Community Development. Mr. James Robertson, Member of Parliament for Western St. Thomas. Representatives of the Ministry of Local Government and Community Development, community members, all other, please stand for the singing of the national anthem. Go. Yes. Marks an important step for the community of Yallahs. The reopening of this market is about restoring a key public facility, strengthening local commerce, returning order, cleanliness, and pride to public trading in the Yallahs community. This market is intended to provide a safe, clean, and organized space for vending and buying, strengthen public health and sanitation standards, reduce roadside congestion and disorder. St. Thomas is poised for development, with major national investments such as the Morant Bay Urban Center and the South Coast Highway Project. The parish is becoming more connected, creating stronger links between communities, customers, and commerce. Our role as a municipal corporation is to ensure that our public facilities and town centers are ready for that growth. The Yallahs market reopening is part of that readiness. At this time, I invite the blessing of God on today's proceedings. Please welcome Pastor Calvin Pierce, Church of God of Prophecy, Yallahs Valley, who will lead us in prayer.
Bow your heads, please. Father, we give thanks. We exalt, we adore your wonderful name. You are great and greatly to be praised. This morning, God, we thank you for this opportunity that we have to call upon your name. I pray your blessings upon this, oh God, such wonderful occasion. I pray, mighty God, that you, Lord, will be with us. I pray that everything will be done in order and in decency. I pray your blessings upon this place. I pray for those that stand to put this together. I pray in the name of Jesus for everything that will be done today, that it will be done in your name. We pray these blessings and more in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Pastor Pierce. We will now have the welcome by Councillor John Lee, Councillor for the Yallahs Division. Please make him welcome.
Everyone. Morning, everyone.
Morning.
I am honored to be standing here to bring welcome to the Yallahs market, which is in my division. I am so happy this morning because it's a journey. I would like to acknowledge our Honorable Minister of Local Government, Honorable Desmond McKenzie. please make welcome for our minister down here and a clap for our minister. He has walked the journey in 2018 in regards to this market in my by-election. So I am proud and happy. I'd like to acknowledge my Member of Parliament, Honorable James Robertson. I'd like to acknowledge His Worship the Mayor of Morant Bay, Councillor Louis Chin. Our CEO, Mr. McKenzie. Pastor, it's a blessing for you to be here. Thank you. I'd like to acknowledge my councillor colleagues of the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation, the media, and most of all, the residents and citizens of the Yallahs division and also the vendors of this market. I welcome you.
Thank you, Councillor Lee. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now receive remarks from His Worship the Mayor, Councillor Louis Chin, Mayor of Morant Bay. Please welcome the Mayor.
Honorable Desmond McKenzie, Minister of Local Government and Community Development. Honorable Jim Robertson, Members of Parliament. Chief Executive Officer of the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation, Kevin McKenzie. Councillor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I am pleased to welcome you all to this beautiful parish of St. Thomas for the grand opening of the Yallahs market. This event is more than just an opening ceremony. We are opening doors to new opportunities and better facilities for our citizens. The improved market space in our way is providing a more dignified and modern space for our vendors and shoppers alike. I hope this upgraded facility will improve your daily shopping experience. Minister and Member of Parliament, we thank you both for your continued support and for joining us today to witness the progress within our parish. The people of St. Thomas, these facilities are yours, built to serve you and to help our community strive. Thank you.
I don't allow anybody to introduce me in my own town, my own parish, because whatever introduction I get is not going to make much difference about how people feel or think about James Rudolph Edward Robertson. Minister, I was a little late, but I still got here before you. I had some commercial matters to deal with this morning, so I had to drive very quickly to pass you to get here. I would never allow the respect and love I have for you. I would never allow you to get to my town before me. Councillor John Lee, I'm addressing you before I address the mayor, and that's intentional. It's not because I don't understand protocol. What John Lee has done to bring us here today, I respect it. And anybody in St. Thomas that does not understand and respect what he has accomplished is, as our great, most honorable Prime Minister says, bad mind, and needs an anti-bad mind, whether injection, cap, as it fits them, or other. I hope I have not gone too far in that statement, Minister. Come on. When we in St. Thomas, whether modern or not modern, Minister, have an operating market with bathrooms and facilities. We are going forward. This is the closest rural market to Kingston and St. Andrew. It is important, Minister, when you see the hundreds of people on a Saturday and Sunday coming into St. Thomas on the best road at this time in Jamaica, the best untold road, free road, taxpayer pay for it. When you understand what's happening to St. Thomas with the best urban center, when you understand what's happening to St. Thomas now with the Heart Institution opening a university in St. Thomas, when you understand what's happening to Paul Bogle's country and the significance of the work of a John Lee, I can only tell you, John Lee, on the 5th of April, we are going to invite all of our leaders for St. Thomas, political leaders, PNP, JLP, or NGOs, no P. And we are going to come right here and put on a small event. You have now opened it. This is the second or third time you have been in here, Minister. And I say thank you. I usually speak very, very short, but I find myself being pulled out right now. There is a young lady. Come and meet the minister. Come and sit beside him. Take my seat, because I never really wanted to sit beside him this morning. We have in our midst a resident of Yallahs who went to the Johns Hopkins University, had brain surgery, a surgery that could not take place anywhere in the Caribbean. So I'm not putting Jamaica down. First class world surgery last month, has flown back home. I'm going to have to say thank you to all of those who made that possible also, to save her life, her beautiful life. Minister, there's so much I could tell you about the positives of St. Thomas at this time. Not one bridge under contract west of here, which is back to Kingston, Minister. Not two, not three, not four, not five, not six, 7 major bridges between here and Kingston are under contract. When I say I'm the #1 member of parliament in Jamaica, pound for pound, I don't take back that chat. Bless you all. Mayor, you're doing a good job. Secretary Manager, you make me proud. Love you all.
All right, thank you, Mr. Roberts. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we will be treated to a special performer by the name Divineness. Please show your appreciation.
We'll be doing 2 songs for you this morning. Come, let us go to the land of love, where the love light shines so bright above. We will be so happy and free. All your pains will let you be. You're gonna find that love is real. By the feeling you feel in that great land where the people are free, life will be better for you and me. We will find true happiness appear. yes, you're gonna find that love is real by the feeling you feel in that great land where the people are free. In St. Thomas, life will be better for you and me. We will find true happiness up here. Come with me and have no fear, 'cause you're gonna find that love is real by the feeling you feel. That love is real by the feeling you feel. I was born strong, I was made for this. See, I met so many hard times when I thought I couldn't make it. See, I had my trials when my pills ran my eyes. But then the morning came and my wings took flight. I rise, I rise. See, I'm hurting but not broken. Down but I won't die. I rise, soon I will reach the sky and still I rise. Some say it's a mystery how I still believe that in spite of all we've been through, we can still push the wheel. See, we have a power, they can't see it with their eyes. It's a little thing called faith that makes broken wings fly. We rise, yes we'll rise. See, we're hurting but not broken. Down but we won't die. We rise, soon I will reach the sky and still we rise. Thank you.
Honorable Desmond McKenzie, Minister of Local Government and Community Development, to deliver the main address. Please receive the Minister.
The CEO of the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation, I must say that he is a new part of a structure that have been put in place to help to strengthen the administrative arm of the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation. And so far, I can say, Minister, Mayor, and councillors, that we are satisfied so far with the work of your new CEO. I want to acknowledge His Worship the Mayor and the councillors and the administrative staff of the municipality, my colleague, Member of Parliament and friend, James Robertson. A reverend thank you for a very positive word of opening. And to the young lady that I was introduced to a while ago, who underwent massive brain surgery, I want to commend the Member of Parliament and those who were responsible for getting her. You know, people only believe that as public officials, especially politicians, people always cuss us and abuse us to say everything we take for ourselves and we don't do nothing for nobody. But I don't think a lot of people know and appreciate the depth of the work of an elected representative. Whether you are a councillor or a member of parliament, the demands are great. And when we do these things, we don't run around the country and talk about it. We don't do it. In my own constituency, people don't get benefit from me because they voted for me. You live in my constituency, you are in need, once it is possible, I'm going to do it. And I want to commend the Member of Parliament because none of us can predict the outcome of tomorrow. And in circumstances where people find themselves, we're not talking about paying school fee or filling a prescription. Talking about major surgery that you have to go overseas to find. And the funds were found. And speaking with her a while ago, she did say to me that there are other aspects that she will have to undertake. And I'm committing to give you $500,000 more towards your service. I came here when I assumed the responsibilities of the opposition spokesman and local government in 2016. I visited the Morant Bay market and I visited this market. But when I came to this market, the gates were closed. The vendors were on the street. Saw business inside here. I didn't know what kind of business it was. Didn't ask much questions as to who and why. But in the by-election of 2018, I had responsibility for this section of Yallahs in the by-election. So I was camped out in Yellowstone during the entire by-election. And in talking with the vendors, they're explaining to me that the market is there, but it's a councillor who has a lease on the market, and the market was used to sell motor vehicle parts and to do other things. And the vendors have to sit outside at the gate and watch business taking place in the market outside of what the market was built for. And I gave a commitment in 2018 that once the lease expired, then under this administration, we will not renew the lease and we'll make efforts to get the market up and running so that the vendors can sit in comfort and persons who come into the market will feel comfortable. I want to say that it took this long, never. Because what happens was that the municipal corporation was tied up in a lease. We could have broken the lease, but we didn't want to get into any legal confrontation with anybody. So we waited. And today I'm here to honor a commitment that was made by the government of Prime Minister Dr. the Honorable Andrew Holness. to give back Yallahs the market that they want so badly, that was taken away from them and leased to their colleagues. And let me say this. This is not the only market in Jamaica that was leased out to political activists by the then PNP government. And I'm not speaking politics, it's reality. Right across Jamaica, there are a number of markets in Westmoreland, Manchester, all over. And we have started to reclaim these markets and to put them back into the hands of the municipalities and to allow vending to take place in an orderly and a decent fashion. Many people is critical of the old colonial system. Markets was one of the things that we inherited from the colonial system. There are over 38 markets across Jamaica. And 96% of those markets is more than 100 years old. And what this administration has been doing since 2016, while we continue to renovate markets, we are building new markets. Just a couple of weeks ago, I broke ground in Alexandria and St. Anne for a construction of a brand new market. A couple months ago, I opened a brand new market in Buff Bay, in Portland. Early, we built a brand new market in Port Maria. And at present, we are reviewing a new design for the Morant Bay market here in St. Thomas. We are expecting that as soon as this design is completed, we have to assess whether or not having the market in the middle of the town makes sense. We're doing the assessment. The Social Development Commission, the SDC, have been asked to do a special assignment to get a view as to how the public here in St. Thomas feels about the present location of the Morant Bay market. But let me say this administration don't just talk, we deliver on our commitments. Once we have the details on the Morant Bay market, then we'll be moving to deal with the Morant Bay market. It is important, ladies and gentlemen, that we value the role of markets across this country. In my own constituency in West Kingston, there are 13 markets, 17 markets in the corporate area. And out of the 17 markets in the corporate area, I have 13 in my constituency, including the largest public market in this part of the world, the Coronation Market. And the reason why I'm stressing the importance of markets is that this is where our farmers earn their livelihood. They take the crop from the ground, take it to the markets to ply their trades. If we should do a check across Jamaica to look at the benefits on education that comes out of the markets, you will be pleasantly surprised. Because Many vendors send their children through school, university to become doctors, lawyers. Prominent Jamaicans in this country who are movers and shakers in our economy benefited from their parents, their mothers, coming in on trucks, sleeping on stalls, just to put them, not just to primary school, not just to high school, but to put them through a university. And we're not talking about pure universities. And the countless doctors and lawyers and teachers, policemen, nurses, politicians, whose parents benefited out of the markets. And this government respects and appreciates that. And we are also mindful that 80% of those who occupy the space in our markets across the country are females. Females. And that is why over the last couple of years we have spent an enormous amount of money building or renovating new public sanitary facilities across our markets. And the markets that we are building now are not going to be like this one. Open markets. Markets that offer natural lighting and ventilation. If you ask me what is the biggest challenge that we face in the country when it comes on to our markets, vending on the street, yes, is a problem. But if we are assertive, we can control vending on the streets. One of the greatest challenges that our municipalities across the country faces when it comes on to the question of markets is that 9 out of every 10 fires in markets can be attributed to electrical short circuit. What that is saying to you, the markets have light and vendors illegally onto the lighting system, and because they're using poor materials for lighting, you find fires almost on a regular basis. So we can't run away from the problems. How are we going to face that problem? We are in discussions with the Jamaica Public Service Company, where there's a need for the markets because administrative work must go on in the market. But the same way you buy credit and put on your telephone, we have started it in Buff Bay. The market in Buff Bay has a system where if the vendors want to be connected to get light, they go in and they make arrangements. And the plugs are there. So if you're going to the Buff Bay market, you see wall plug all over the place. But you can't push nothing in it and it work. Because the only way it is going to work, unless you pay for it, and then once it is paid for, then you can use it. And once you have exhausted that money, then the system goes down. So I'm saying, Councillor, so CEO, let us do the similar thing here. If there is need for vendors to use the electricity, let us put in a system that is going to allow a proper and an orderly supply of electricity. And we're going to be taking the same approach at the new market that we're building in Alexandria. The Spalding Market will be rebuilt over brand new Spalding Market in Clarendon. And the Highgate Market, which was destroyed by fire, we are now looking at the redesign of the market. And later on, when I speak in the sectoral debate in Parliament, I will have a lot more to say on the market in Port Antonio as to when we will commence the work on that new market in Port Antonio. But I have to get that in because today is your day. And the last time I came here, I was pleased, but not so much pleased. So I'm back today, and I'm well pleased and satisfied. There's another phase of the market that will be concluded shortly. Next week, we'll be releasing the final drawdown, another $12 million that will complete building out of the stalls on the outside and the paving of the Yallahs market. That will bring the final end to a total reconstruction of this market. But let me say this to all of you. If this market succeeds, you, the vendors, and the people living in Yallahs have to make it succeed. If it fails, it is you, the vendors, and the residents that will fail. Not the government, not the council, not the member of parliament. We have provided resources. And it's your taxes, your tax dollar. And let us treat our markets with the respect that our markets deserve. And I know some of the vendors, and I'm not saying that this is the case here in Yallahs. I know some vendors don't care. Them just don't want to do what them want to do, when them want to do, and how they want to do it. Mr. CEO, Mr. Mayor, I'm telling you this. I'm not going to allow the government to spend money to rebuild this market. And 6 months after I come back here, it look like a dump. I'm not going to put up with it. And any vendor who don't want to fall in line, it is easier for them to fall out of line. And there has to be a culture of discipline. The Prime Minister, in his budget presentation, spoke about the new Jamaica, the new built Jamaica. When you're coming into St. Thomas now, you're coming to a place where people is looking forward in coming. The change that has come to this parish since 2016 speaks volume to a commitment of a government who understands and a government that cares about development. And this ought not, I don't know, many of you know that when the late Robert Lightburn was Minister of Industry, Trade and Industry back in the 60s, St. Thomas was the industrial parish of the country. You used to make light bulbs out here. You used to make tire. The first Earth satellite station to be built anywhere in this part of the world was right here in St. Thomas. You are Duckenfield. You are the wharf here. And what happened to St. Thomas? I'm not political, but the country must understand that we could have gone 5,000 miles more if what was started in the 60s was built upon. And sometimes I wonder if some politicians don't know how to spell the word continuity. Because once we lay the foundation, you build on that foundation. Okay, the opposition made some suggestions in Parliament on some tax measures. Well, we rubbish a lot of what they said. We look at some aspect and we say, okay, commitment to work, because we're working for the betterment of the people of Jamaica. And St. Thomas is going to be a critical player in this new dispensation. Monday I'm going to be meeting with the team from the Municipal Corporation in Kingston to look at when they're going to occupy the new urban center which houses the Municipal Corporation. This is big business. So, offering an amnesty to people in the parish who are carrying out construction and doing other activities without the requisite approvals of the Municipal Corporation. I want to echo his words. And I want to say to every single individual, the law requires that you comply. You can't just put up a building just so. You can't open a business place and you can't take over the public thoroughfare. Just like that. Sometimes I would like some of my mayors to be like me when I was mayor. Because when you talk one time and you don't get results, you don't need to speak a second time. The law gives you the authority to do what you must do. And I'm sending a warning, not just here in St. Thomas, but right across the country where people continue to ignore and disregard the authorities of the local authorities. Stop it. Stop it. Because we're going to be taking the strongest action against any such entity. And what is sad about it, when they put up these buildings and they become an obstruction either to drain and running of water, they cost the municipal corporations. And so to those vendors who have not yet signed in, and I'm hoping that all the vendors who are on the road sign in to come into the market. The police is here. The municipal police officers is here. Yes. One thing I will say, Mayor and CEO and Councillor, if we have to enforce, let us enforce in a decent and an orderly way. I don't like to say we are run down people and people are run with them goods and all that sort of thing. I don't believe in that. And you must use what you have in the markets, because there are regulations that governs the operation of markets and vending right across the country. So I would want that to be a part of your mandate. So phase one of the construction is the new meat shop section. Construction of a new bathroom building, and I think it's right behind me here. No, this is not nowhere, nobody ever sleep behind. Let me say this. I open a brand new set of refurbished bathrooms in Ocho. And them go in there and them teeth out every striking bit of what was put in there. So this is a new bathroom facility for the vendors. The general repairs to the structure has been undertaken. Installation of lighting fixtures, and I spoke about the relationship that must be developed, Mr. CEO, with the JPS about the prepaid meter. The repairs of the roof and the general painting. We complete phase 1. And now we're going into phase 2, as I said before. So overall, we are expected to be spending anywhere between $70 to $80 million on a new look Yallahs market. So let me say to the vendors, I am expecting the best from you. This government don't make promises. We make commitments and we fulfill our commitments. And I am pretty confident that I will not be disappointed, because you have a strong member of parliament whose office is just across the road. A councillor who message me almost every day if something is not going the way him send me a message upset. And I'm glad for that. And we have a new CEO. And I want to give a word of warning to the superintendent. We can put up this building not because everything is new. There's a word that is known as maintenance. Part of maintenance is buying cobweb room. Part of maintenance is to ensure that if there's a leak in a pipe, it is corrected immediately. And I'm going to say that a lot of our failures is because we lack maintenance. And the new facilities that we are putting down, inclusive in that, is the whole question of maintenance. Garbage collection is also going to be critical. And I know that there are going to be provisions for the garbage to be stored away until the truck comes to remove it. Not dirty up the market. And I'm hoping that if some of those who want to, especially the mayors, who love to go each up in a corner, you have bathrooms facilities here. Right? Bathroom facilities here. And one of the features that we're going to be putting on it, putting in a camera system so we see what is happening in the market. So I want to thank you very much. This is modern time. We're rebuilding Jamaica after Melissa. And St. Thomas is a part of this rebuilding of Jamaica. God bless you and thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister, for your continued support and leadership in strengthening the local government and community development. We will now have the vote of thanks from Mrs. Rose Carlisle Robinson, representing our vendors. Please welcome Mrs. Robinson.
Good afternoon. I have called to give a vote of thanks, and I will do it to the best of my ability. Vote of thanks of the Yallahs Market, Master of Ceremony, Mr. Kevin McIndoe, Honorable Desmond McKenzie, Minister of Local Government and Community Development, Mr. James Robertson, Member of Parliament of Western St. Thomas, His Worship the Mayor of Morant Bay, Councillor Louis Chin, Councillor of Yallahs Division, Mr. John Lee, staff of the member and the MC Corporation, members of the media, community vendors, other special guests, good afternoon. Okay, today is a great day. They said, patient man, ride donkey. While this is not a donkey, I am glad to see that our patience is paying off. On behalf of my fellow vendors, farmers, shoppers, and the community at large, I want to express a heartfelt thank you to the Minister of Local Government and Community Development for making this investment in Yallahs. We are happy to finally have a more convenient and affordable market to sell and store our goods. It had been long in coming. Minister McKenzie, MP Robertson, and Councillor Lee, thank you for your continuous advocacy, especially you, Minister McKenzie. You have been long awaiting for that long lease to end so that you could repair and give us back our market. Thank you and God bless you. I want to encourage all the vendors to rope in.
Yes.
And I want to encourage all the vendors to rope in. And to use up the good market that our government has provided. I encourage all my colleagues to take care of it, because this is our tax dollars at work. To everyone else that made today possible, the technical officers from the ministry and the MC Corporation, the coordinator, and everyone else, thank you. This market stands good governance. Again, thank you. And I speak for everyone when I say we are overjoyed to have this new Yallahs market. Bless the name of the Lord. I thank you.
Last year when I came, I had discussions with the mayor and the municipality, and I said that during the period of the construction and the works, that there will be no market fees being charged to vending. I have just said to the mayor, let us extend it right through until April, but comes May, you will resume paying your market fees. But you will be able to go right through April in good stead until we have completed, and May you look forward. Reasonable? No, I'm not here. Reasonable? Oh, because the same maintenance that I spoke about has to come out of that. Okay? All right.
You're a handsome man, well kept, alright? Thank you. You look so fresh.
I will tell Mrs. McKenzie. Wait, where are you? Cutting now? I think about
As we close, let me emphasize the success of the Yallahs market depends on a stakeholder approach. Our vendors operating within the rules and maintaining cleanliness, our customers supporting the market and keeping the space respectful. Our municipal corporation will be enforcing the standards fairly and ensure that the facility is adequately maintained, and our partners for their continued support of the development of St. Thomas. Let today mark a new chapter where the Yallahs market becomes a place of pride, opportunity, and the official ribbon cutting.
No.
Pull up him face, pull up the shoulder. You get too low. You need a little height. Life is made for living. Eyebrow, and those who wear those things. Yeah.
no, but just sort everything when we're ready when we come, get the massage and things. So we're done, we come and you get a massage. Alright? Where we still got the camera now.
No, that's why we have you on this step, sir. Come right, not at that. Stop, right. We could have been on this step, right?
MP, come stop. MP,
That's it.
so we,
Can I see everybody?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah, yeah, MP, come right.
Here, I got the one more. Just a little bit.
Yeah, sorry.
on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3.
Turn your head, Minister.
The Yallahs market is now officially open.
Give me a photo.
hello. Where's Desmond? Give me a shopping bag. Alright, so give me some onion.
The implement come.
Alright, good. That's the second. That's the second. That's the second. Yes. How much it is? This is how much it is? 350. Alright, here. No man, get up, man. I can come back out here and play fast. Yes. Yes, come on. All right. Come on.
Oh, ceremonials. This is not